so much for joining us today.
Welcome back.
We are here at Forge Citizen. We are happy to have you. And if you are new here, my name is Hector, and this is over here
Emmanuel.
If you're new here and you enjoy this content, don't forget to hit subscribe. And while you're out there, why don't you go ahead and hit that bell? It's that little thing that looks like a church bell. Sounds kind of like this. I don't think it'll make that noise when you hit it, but it just illustrating.
It's worth a shot.
So what we want to talk about today, we actually want to talk about something that things that we have learned just since we started our YouTube channel.
And still learning.
And we are still learning. We've been at it for now almost going to a whole 3 months.
3 months.
And we have learned quite a bit. When we came into this, we felt like we were pretty equipped and ready. And once we did it, we realized
we weren't prepared at all.
We weren't prepared at all for this animal of YouTube.
Just in general, just like whether we're talking about like analytics or what type of equipment we use, it's just so much that we don't know about. I think we had an advantage coming from like the church scene and doing like the media and
all
stuff.
All the tech stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and all the tech stuff. Like, I mean, I already had the laptop, I already had the interface, and then, you know, we have cameras. That really helps us out. But even now, we don't know as much as we could know. But I feel like we had a little bit more of an advantage.
Making a video, for example, to show at church for an announcement is nothing like making a YouTube channel.
No.
And we almost categorize, or at least I did, categorize it kind of similarly. I was like, oh, it's making videos.
Yeah.
You know, but it's actually not that simple, because to be successful, you got to get people to watch your videos.
Yeah.
At church, whoever came to church is going to watch your video.
They can't leave.
They
can, but
and they can't not watch it halfway through unless they go get water or something.
Yeah.
You know, but in YouTube, you have to be conscious of the fact that you want to kind of keep people engaged, and you have to look at all those little details.
Yeah, I mean, just keeping people engaged is such a huge thing, because like whether it's your view duration or like just looking at your analytics, like it tells you so much, but at the same time it's really hard to not look at the numbers. So people say like, don't look at the numbers because then you're gonna get unmotivated. But looking at your analytics, like that tells you everything, like what
where
people
you're at.
like.
Yeah.
Like I think we have a video right now that has an average view duration of like 2 minutes, which is not a lot.
And it's probably like a 12-minute video.
Yeah.
So like 10 of those minutes isn't being looked at.
Yeah. So it's like just learning what we can do to be more engaging and just have people, first of all, click on the video. Second of all, stay as long as possible. So
let's go back to the analytics that you were talking about, because that going into this, I didn't realize that YouTube gives you the analytics for every video of your channel. And they're basically available within like 24 to 48 hours of your release. So Emma over here was basically teaching me how to understand all these graphs and all these things. So what do you think are like the most important things to look at in those analytics, as far as like so that you can understand what you can do to grow in your channel?
So I think to start off
our channel.
Yeah. So to start off, our channel would need to get more people to view it. That's number one, because if people aren't clicking on your video, then YouTube kind of sees it as a dead channel where nobody's viewing it. So it's not going to promote it. It's not going to even release any video or, you know, show it to people. That's number one, I think. Number two would be average view duration, because one, they want people to click on your videos. Two, they want people to stay on the videos. And three, they want people to keep watching more videos. The longer that you keep people on the platform, the more they're going to be promoting you, because you're bringing them more business.
Yeah. The longer the audience is watching the video, engaging, so not only clicking the video, but also watching the video, as long as they are on YouTube, YouTube is making money.
Yep.
So you have to basically get on YouTube's radar by assisting them in getting people to want to get on YouTube to watch your channel.
And to stay on YouTube.
And to stay there.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think that with those analytics, again, the whole purpose of that is to kind of graph you. I think that as long as you're using those numbers to kind of keep pushing you forward, like I did to the mic, and really kind of allowing you to see that and not discourage you. You're looking at, because again, we're 3 months in.
Yeah.
I mean, and so there's a lot of things that we've already seen in those analytics that can be discouraging.
Yeah.
But I think that we have been able to kind of take that as a learning curve and saying, okay, so that type of content didn't work, or maybe it was that intro didn't work, or maybe it's this and that. And so we've been able to make tweaks on the way, and even to today, I mean, there's still things that we are testing, we're trying.
Yeah.
And if it's not working, it's not working, and then we can just try something else.
And then the good thing is, like, the channel is so small that not a lot of people are going to notice it, so we can tweak it as much as possible, rather than like a bigger channel that makes a change. People are like, oh, why'd you do that, why'd you change that, and people are more unhappy about it. Like, for us, nobody cares about the channel right now, because like, we're a small channel. We're not like, we have 54 subscribers now, so it's like we can do as much to it as possible, because there's not much interaction coming in toward towards us.
And that's because you're not commenting, you're
or
watching
subscribing.
Just do it already, please help us.
When we started, I think we, like, for each video we'd get like minimum like 100 views, and
like
then
within like a handful of days, right?
Yeah, within a handful of days we'd be like, oh man, this is doing so good. And then we did like a game video, and that hit like 300 views, and we're like, dude, like what? And then
that's true.
And then now like our most recent video has like 7 views, and we're like, what's happening?
Okay, so this is a good spot to go into this, because you were sharing with me a little bit before we started recording.
Yeah.
Is that you watched the video and then you kind of feel like you had a bit of an epiphany as far as what could be causing this to happen.
Here's what I think is going on with the channel. So I was watching a YouTuber where she solely talks about how to grow your YouTube channel, or what YouTube looks for, and thumbnails, all that. So she made a video about how she was doing Doordash for a little bit when she needed some extra income. So then at the time, this was at the beginning of 2020, that was a huge deal because of lockdown, so everybody was like looking into it. So her video like really blew up, and then since it blew up so much, YouTube was recommending it, and then even then, like, in your analytics, it shows you on what videos your video has been suggested on. So that video is being suggested on a bunch of like Doordash, or just something similar to it. And even her videos after that had nothing to do with Doordash, it was being recommended on videos about Doordash, because that's what YouTube was.
So in other words, it was pushing her channel and her video to those related kind of subjects,
even if it didn't have anything to do with Doordash, because of that video that blew up. So that in the long run didn't get her that many views, because her niche is something completely different, but YouTube was pushing more it was looking for more content about Doordash. So she could have said, okay, so let me ride this wave about Doordash and just make a bunch of videos, but she didn't want to, because that's not what her channel is about.
So it was just like, so again, it was just, she's like, oh, I'm gonna make a video on Doordash, even though it wasn't the primary niche of her YouTube channel. But since it blew up so much, YouTube's like, oh, this is working, so we're gonna promote it. And then I think you said that after that she made some more content about other things that were related to her channel. And then those videos weren't doing that good, right?
They weren't doing that good because it was being promoted on Doordash videos, so people wouldn't click on it because they're like, this doesn't have to do with what I'm looking for. So then, since YouTube was like, well, we're pushing your content out, people aren't clicking on it, we're gonna promote it less. So I think that's probably what happened with our channel, or maybe that's one of the reasons, because our game video hit like 300. And so it's like promoting that type of content, but our content really isn't fully about that.
It's not about games.
And even that, like, even then though, we like our videos have to do about other stuff too. So we're kind of like all over the place trying to find a niche. So then like YouTube, like, he's like, oh, okay, this video is kind of blowing up, let me just share it on this type of niche. And then we just start making different videos, and then it's like nobody's clicking on it. And even if you think about it, so like, let's say somebody's looking at a stage design, or is looking for a stage design video, and they come across our video, they'll click on it, they'll watch it, and then they'll be like, okay, let me see what other content they have. And if they see like a bunch of different things, they're likely to not subscribe or not watch, because if they're looking for stage design type of videos, or gear stuff, they're not really gonna find much of it if we're all over the place. So it kind of gets in our own way. But right now what we're doing is we're trying to find a niche, we're trying to figure out what we want to do.
So again, this is something that we've learned for our channel, is that right up to today, our episodes have kind of been all over the place. And so it's time for us to really brainstorm and pick a niche that we want to just target in and just stick to it. Because it's not only beneficial for our channel, but it's also beneficial for YouTube, and that's what they're looking for. It's whatever's beneficial for them, for the big guy. So it's beneficial for them to have channels that they push that are releasing content for that niche, so that those viewers stay and watch it.
Yeah, and it's just finding a niche. And like for a while, like I had heard like all the YouTube people that educate people on YouTube, and the analytics are say pick a niche or niche down, but I'm like, nah, I think we could still do it. Like we could like do these little different things, but at the end of the day, it's like YouTube wants to promote videos that is gonna benefit them. So I mean that's it's a huge thing to think about if you're wanting to start a YouTube channel.
So definitely pay attention to your content, like what it is that what you're going to be recording, but then on top of that, try to stay within that ballpark. Don't go completely elsewhere, or else you're going to get the same situation with that Doordash chick that she was doing this, but then she did a Doordash that blew up, but then that video affected her channel so much that I think you said that she later on had to delete it, right? Yeah,
she ended up deleting it or putting it on private because it still kind of would get a lot of buzz, and it would kind of mess with it a little bit. So I mean, niche down for sure. Just try to find a few things that you like and are passionate about, and then try to pick or narrow it down to something that you're actually good at. I think I heard somebody mention like, pick 3 things that you're really passionate about, and then analyze them and say, okay, but what am I good at? Like, because like people are like, well, I love singing, I love crafting, and I love, I don't know, cooking or something, but you don't sing very well. Like then you're not gonna get any views or anything.
True.
You cook, like you burn all your food, but then you're actually really good at making crafts. So then obviously go with the crafting one. Like, please don't sing on YouTube if you get them.
So I think that this is why many big YouTube channels have actually more than one channel. It's because they have niched them. So there is one channel that they have that is focused on, I'm just doing an example, food, but then they're also really, really into gaming. So then they'll start a different YouTube channel where they make videos for gaming. And they do that so that each channel can stay within the niche, so that YouTube can still promote it as it needs to.
And and that's something that I've thought about too. Is where like, well, if we want to do like I really love the ministry videos that we've been doing, but so I really love that topic, but if it doesn't fit within the niche that we do, like maybe create a channel where we do that just solely, and then people that like
we're
that
onto
concept.
Something here. You better subscribe to that channel 2.
Channel 2. Just have like 6 different channels.
So Fortune is on 2.0, 3.0, 4.0.
And then a Spanish one or something.
Forcitizanos 2.4.
Is that a thing? I don't know.
I don't know.
Could be.
I speak Spanish. I wasn't trying to make fun of Spanish. Hablo español. I'm just
like,
anyone can
say
hablo
español. Cancel
español.
You right away. We just started. Cancel.
Anyways. But so that's really honestly one of the biggest things that we've learned is to pay attention to those algorithms and understand the way YouTube is constructed, because it's like wanting to learn how to use a new camera that you buy, but you're trying to use it your own way instead of reading the owner's manual, quote unquote algorithm, and learning how to use it so that it can benefit you and you get the results you want. Shooting a camera on manual will get you exactly what you envision versus just doing auto. And
it's gonna do whatever the camera wants it.
Exactly. And so with YouTube, you got to learn how to manually kind of adjust the things that you want to do for your channel, so that you can get the results that you want. But you have to learn the way YouTube works. If you have anything that you feel like you would want more information on, I know we covered quite a bit in this video. If there are things that we have talked about that you want to just hear more about, or you want us to dive in more of what we've learned thus far, let us know in the comments below. Let us know so that we can kind of dive into those subjects even more.
I mean, we're here, so just let us know if it's a specific topic or something that we mentioned today that you want us to go deeper into. Just let us know and we'll kind of broaden that. We have a plan of releasing the audio as its own podcast, so we'll get more details on that one.
You'll see a lot of little jump cuts throughout this videos because the things that
Yeah.
we are kind of filtering what we want.
Mm-hmm.
But the podcast will actually have the uncut version of everything.
Yeah. So if that interests you, I mean, we're gonna put it on the description, so just click on it. We're still working out the details on that, so hopefully we can get it out in time, but we'll work on it.
So be with us as we, don't lose us as a subscriber, or you know what I mean, of a subscribed channel. We're going to definitely niche down to something that we feel called to do and really feel like we're going to be a blessing to viewers on.
Yep.
So stick around and just see where we're going to be headed. I think this is going to be an awesome journey, and it's a learning curve. We're going.
Yep. Still learning. Gonna keep learning. See you.
Sounds good. Y'all guys have a good one. Don't forget to hit that bell.